I want to tell you my own signs of twins pregnancy. I don't know of any other person, but all these signs I'll be telling you are my signs of twins pregnancy. Believe me, you might be carrying twins without knowing. Yes, it's possible. Even me, it happened to me. Like I was carrying twins till my pregnancy was about 3 months before I get to know. But I had these signs that made me to go and do early scan so that I will be sure of what is going on. And lo and behold, when I went to scan, wow, it was confirmed that I was carrying twins. So join me in this live. Let's talk about it. Meanwhile, if you are coming across this channel for the first time, please do well to subscribe. I beg you, you're not going to regret it because here we talk about family lifestyle. You are welcome to my live video. So here we talk about pregnancy, women, and all that. And also, hi, you're welcome. And also, you will enjoy a lot of family skits here with my twins, with my boys, myself, with every other person around the house. So, straight to my signs of twins pregnancy. First, in the normal scenario, when you are pregnant, there is this anxiety. What am I carrying? How is it going to be? And all that. But being that it is not my first pregnancy, I started noticing something strange in this particular pregnancy. So when this thing happened, I was like, I don't really understand. Let me go and check again. But before then, know it that my pregnancy test, I did it when I just 2 weeks after I missed my period. But guess what? It shows very clear, meaning that the HCG hormone was already present, like it was very, very high. The level of my HCG hormone was very, very high. This is a clear indication that I was carrying twins. Yes, it makes that hormone to be very high, and that is why I was able to get pregnancy test results as early as possible. If you are joining us, welcome. Please say hi so that other people will join us, and do well to like this live stream because I know that a lot of women are carrying twins but they don't know. So when my SCG hormone was high, I did that test and everything was fine. So we continued the journey. Around 3 months, I noticed that my leg was swelling up. And I was like, leg swelling up just at three. I was not even up to 3 months, like let's say 2 months plus, close to 3 months, but it was not up to 3 months. So my husband was like, this one, my leg is swelling up. Is everything okay with the pregnancy? Leg swelling up at 3 months, even before 3 months. Is everything okay with the pregnancy? So because of that, we were, as in, having this thought of going to scan, even though that I like going my scan 3 months plus, especially if I want to know the gender of my children. But this one, I have to go to this scan before 3 months. Before then again, apart from that, my leg was swelling up before 3 months. I also noticed that my baby pump was growing very big. You see me when I was 3 months, some people were already thinking that I was 6 months old. I wish it's possible for me to upload those pictures. You will be amazed that at 3 months, my pregnancy was already looking very big. So people were like, I was 6 months or 5 months plus. They didn't know that I was barely 3 months. So there was this increase in my baby belly pump, even when my pregnancy was still very tender. I've been at the morning sickness. Oh my God. You see the morning sickness. I know I am one of those women that during pregnancy I used to experience morning sickness, but this is me telling you that, you see, this my twins pregnancy, the morning sickness was raised to power 100, if there is anything like that, because this one pass raised to power 10, is raised to power 100. The morning sickness was something else. So in the morning I will vomit all through, in the afternoon the same thing, at night, if it were my previous pregnancy, maybe in the morning I have this morning sickness, but maybe in the afternoon I'll get myself small. Around evening I may get myself, maybe in the night if she starts again. But you see, this particular one, it was severe. In fact, I will not even call this one morning sickness. I will say it's morning sickness, afternoon sickness, and even night sickness. It was very severe. Oh my God, this thing, I begin to wonder what is going on. Then my husband decided that we go for a scan to know what is happening. Do you know what? The day I went for this scan, when the radiographer touched my stomach at the first time, he was like, mama, congratulations. Is like, I say, is like what? He said, climb first. So when I climbed the examination table, he started doing the scanning. So when he was doing the scanning, the next thing I heard was, congratulations, madam. Can you see two sacks that I'm seeing? I was like, two sacks? Ah, sir, I don't just understand. Two sacks. He say, look at it. I'm seeing two sacks. Are you not seeing it? So when I look, my brothers and sisters, I saw two sacks with tiny beans inside. Then it was dawned on me that all these symptoms I was having is because I am carrying twins. And you see, God is wonderful. Do you know that my babies were in the same placenta? Yes, my babies were in the same placenta. When I saw the two sacs, the radiographer also took my attention to my placenta. Say, did you see that your babies are sharing one placenta? I nodded in affirmation because I confirmed it. And I think this was why I was having severe morning sickness, because they were in one placenta. In fact, it was not easy. I think it is easier to carry twins or multiple pregnancies when they are in different placenta. I think it's easier because what I went through, when I asked other women whose twins were in different placenta, they said they didn't have more some of those experience that I had. So I got to believe it's because my own twins were in one placenta, so the morning sickness it was severe, but is worth it. Yes, I will tell you that is worth it. Let's go to other signs of my twins pregnancy. So I have talked about the HCG hormones that I tested very early and it shows positive. You know, most times before you get to have a positive pregnancy result, maybe it's up to 1 month that you miss your period. But my own was just 2 weeks after I missed my period. Because of the way I was feeling, I have to go and run this test, and trust me, it shows positive. This is because the HCG hormone, that is the pregnancy, the hormone that shows pregnancy, is a pregnancy hormone. It was very high because it's not just one pregnancy. Even recently, one of the women in my class, in my WhatsApp class, she's having this experience just 2 weeks ago, and I asked her to go and do scan. First, when she tested, it was positive, but the way she was complaining, I asked her to go and do scan. It came out to be that she is also carrying twins. Like as I'm talking to you, that woman is carrying twins, although we influenced it somehow. Yes, we influenced it. I asked her to take one or two things, and to the glory of God it worked. So but we were not very sure until she did that scan, and scan confirmed that she is carrying twins. So another thing is, you see, food cravings. Leave food cravings for twins pregnancy. I know you are craving for food, right? You are pregnant and you always crave for food. But leave food cravings for twins pregnancy. When it comes to twins pregnancy, you will understand why people say when you are pregnant, you eat for two. In as much as anytime that I eat something, I vomit it, I was always craving to eat more. I was always craving to eat. But the worst part is that those things that I was craving for, they were never my favorite food. My favorite foods became my worst food. So I was just craving for something else. They were never my favorite food, but I started craving for them. Mama, what is it? 1 minute, please. You're welcome back. So, as I was saying, you see, food craving, I was craving a lot of food. But this food that I was craving, as I told you earlier, they were never my favorite food. Now, you know that during normal pregnancy, before you start urinating frequently, maybe you have reached your second or third trimester. Hmm. But you see, my own, this twins pregnancy, as early as 4 months, I was already a friend to the toilet. Every time I am in the toilet urinating. Do you know why? The reason is because it's twins pregnancy, and um there is so much weight. So they always press my bladder, and before you know it, see me in the toilet. I will be urinating frequently, even when I was still in my early second trimester. Now you now wonder what happened when I entered my third trimester. In fact, at a point, I was just thinking if I should get something to fix in there so that I will not be standing up to be going to the toilet again. But I couldn't do that. I just still have to manage it. Now, let's talk about the tiredness. The tiredness. Normally, pregnancy comes with tiredness, but when they are two, that means you should be expecting times two of what you used to feel when you are pregnant. Yes, the tiredness was something else. Every small thing I am tired. Every small thing I am tired. Every small thing I am tired. But in all, I thank God that I was able to scale through. At first, when I was told that I was carrying twins, I was like imagining, I am staying alone. How am I going to do this? How am I going to cope? I don't have any helper. I don't have a nanny, this and that. But God came through for me. It worked. God really came through for me. So another one is, so mm, now let's talk about the movement. Normally, if I'm pregnant, okay, before I start noticing my baby's movement, maybe I'm up to like, let's say like 4 months, like before you start noticing it very well, maybe I'm up to 4 months or more. But this one, before that 4 months, I've started noticing baby's movements already. They have started making move. I think it's because everybody is trying to stay in a position that will be convenient for them. So this one will quack this one will quack this one, and I am the one feeling it. You know, they say when two elephants are fighting, that it is the grass that suffers it. When both of them are kicking me at the same time, I am the one that suffers it. I will say that it is a happy It's a happy problem, yes. It's a happy, sad experience because sometimes it don't used to be easy for me. Sometimes, like when they start kicking, this one will kick you here, the other one will kick you here, the other one will kick you here. It was not really easy for me, but I thank God that God came through for me. God really came through for me. You see that kicking, that double kicking, oh my God. Sometimes, let me tell you this story. There was a day I was going to work. Agle, stay here. What are you looking for? Hmm? So there was a day I was going to work. So these babies, my babies, started kicking at the same time. And before you know it, both of them hooked me somewhere there. Kai, I cannot forget this fateful day. When they hooked me, my brothers and sisters, I could not raise my feet. I cried. I said, God, you gave me these blessings. Am I going to go paralyzed because I'm carrying twins? For more than 20 minutes, I was still there. I could not move those legs. That time, I was about 7 months gone. Both of them put their legs somewhere. I don't know where they put their legs. But what I know is that I was feeling this strong pain somewhere around my, as in my ribs. I was like, God, what is happening? I started praying. I stayed there. I have to ask my children, my other children, to start going to school by themselves. I asked somebody to accompany them to school because I could no longer move. I stayed there for 25 good minutes. It seems like one of them shifted, then I was able to raise that leg. This thing happened not just once, not twice, not 3 times. I experienced it more than 5 times during this pregnancy. You see, you know how it is when you are carrying one. Then two is times two of all those things you do experience when you are pregnant. But I still thank God because I know wish to a lot of people wish to experience that, but they couldn't. But I think I am privileged. I am really privileged, and I am glad sharing this testimony with you. I believe that the Lord that did it for me will also do it for you by the grace of God. So if you have any question or you want to ask anything about twins pregnancy, ask me. I think I am in the right position to answer that question because I have experienced it. And being a health researcher and a fertility educator, I know one or two things. I know things about both single pregnancy and twins pregnancy. Is not really easy. If anybody tells you that it is easy, tell the person that mommy twins say the person is lying. It's not easy. But one thing is that when you are carrying twins, God will just make a way. Yes, God will make a way. Twins comes with a lot of blessings, like a lot of blessings comes with it, and God has a way of giving you the strength. Yes, I do hear some people saying no. It's not like they don't like twins, but their problem is they will not cope. They think they cannot cope. Now, let me tell you, if me, I cope, trust you me, you too will cope. You will cope. Yes, you will cope. If I cope, you too will cope. It wasn't easy, but the Lord that puts it has a way of protecting them there. Okay, so see you in my next one, and many thanks for joining us in this live stream. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Have a nice day. Us. I hope we learned something new here.